Hello everyone, welcome to today's news chatter. Let's begin with a prelims practice question. Take a look at this question. Which among the below statement is or are correct? So they are asking for the correct statement. They have given just two statements and it's a very interesting question from polity. Let's read the statements. Civil servants have personal immunity from legal liability for official contracts and tortious acts. If a civil servant has done something in his official capacity, especially contracts, if he has done or implemented or made a contract in official capacity, and if it is constitutional in nature, if he has not flouted any rules, in such case he do have personal immunity. So this statement is correct. Criminal proceedings can be brought against them. Of course, it can be brought against them for official action only with the prior permission of the president or governor. This statement is also correct. Criminal proceedings can be brought against them if they have done any criminal act, but even in that case, they should inform the president or the governor and they should give permission. Only then the proceedings can start. If he has done something in civil capacity and if a civil case has to be registered against him, in such case 2 months before registering the case they have to give a notice. 2 months notice should be given. So this is an additional point which you can remember. First topic of the day, imported inflation. What is imported inflation? Very simple, the answer is in the term itself. When inflation is because of imports, then it is called as imported inflation. For example, India is getting a lot of products from the United States of America. From the Middle East, we are getting petroleum, crude. So because of increase in cost of products in the United States or in the Middle East, if inflation happens in India, because we get raw materials, petroleum is a raw material, we get raw material from the Middle East, and if the raw materials cost increases, cost push inflation happens. So because of the cost push inflation, the prices of our products will also increase. Any product that uses petroleum, their cost will increase. So when one product cost increase, it will result in increase in cost of other products also. This is what has been explained in this slide. You can read it. This is the concept. Very simple concept. For prelims, it will be helpful. Green credit products, new norm. So this topic is important. What exactly is green credit program? We will study about it in the next slide. But first, let's see what are all the new norms the government has passed. New norms that the government has created with respect to green credit program. First thing, it is run by Union Environment Ministry. It is the overall coordinator of the program. According to this program, according to the new norms, what they have given is any individual or a company who want to invest in green credit, who wants green credit, what they have to do is they have to apply to this organization, Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education. Indian Council of, remember this very well, extremely important point. Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, ICFR. They will apply to it. This body itself is an autonomous body of Environment Ministry to pay to restore the forest. So what they will do is they will apply to this. This organization will check the credibility and then they will approve it. Once they approve it, this individual or company will give money to the state forest department. That means the company or the individual will not take care of the afforestation. They will just spend the money. Afforestation is actually done by state forest department. 2 years after planting, if the government is sure that the plantation has been done properly and if it is getting result, in such case for every tree planted which is alive, a green credit is credited to the individual. So this green credit can be used by the person. So for example, if I run a company which is polluting company, for example, if I run a coal based company, in such case I have to purchase green credit so that I can overcome the problems I have caused to the environment. So there are rules which tells that I have to rebuild the environment. If I am using a lot of trees, if I'm cutting down a lot of trees, Then there are certain rules which tell that I have to do afforestation of this amount of trees in some other place. So there are different forests in our country. Several state governments have given approval. So there, these green credits will be helpful. What are the uses of green credit? To comply with existing forest laws that requires organizations which divert forest land to recompense. So that is what it is. For example, if I run a company which is cutting down 1,000 trees and using it, in such case, what I will have to do is I'll have to give money so that the amount, the number of trees I have cut down, that will be constructed in some other place. Corporate social responsibility requirements. This can be used for corporate social requirement also. So what exactly is Green Credit program? Green Credit is very important because it comes under the LIFE campaign. And the LIFE campaign is important because the Prime Minister keeps talking about it. LIFE is living our life in a environmentally sustainable manner. Living our day-to-day life, doing practices, doing activities which are environmentally sustainable. That is the LIFE campaign. So, green credit means what? It refers to a unit of incentive provided to individuals and entities engaged in activities that deliver a positive impact in the environment. So, under this green credit campaign, not just afforestation, several other things are also there. Tree plantation is first thing, water management, sustainable agriculture, waste management, air pollution reduction, mangrove conservation, and restoration. So these are all the 8 important things that comes under the Green Credit Initiative. Do you have to remember this? Yes, you have to remember this. And most of the things are very simple, very easy. Tree plantation, of course, it will be there. Water management, sustainable agriculture, waste management, air pollution reduction, mangrove conservation, and restoration. What is not coming here, which is very important, that is plastic management. Plastic management is not included in Green Credit Initiative. So this point you should remember because they can make a question with this. There will be a green credit registry also and a trading platform also. So with the registry, everything will be registered online. There will be proper data management. There will be a trading platform. For example, if I need green credit to show to the government and I have not done anything until now, I can get the green credit using the trading platform from some other person. So this is a point which is important. There is a trading platform also. Green credits can be traded too. So this is an important point. Green credit program operates independently of the carbon credits provided under carbon credit trading scheme. So carbon credit is different and green credit is different. I have included this point because people generally confuse that green credit and carbon credit are the same. Green credit is for these activities. Try to remember this. Green credit is only for these activities. Carbon credit is a totally different thing that is for pollution, to reduce the pollution. We have a separate scheme for it, which comes under Carbon Credit Trading Scheme 2023. And it is managed by Energy Conservation Act of 2001. So these points are to be remembered for the upcoming examination. Heat wave classification in India. First, when we talk about heat wave, at present, India is facing very serious heat wave, one of the worst heat waves in the entire history of the country. So we should know what exactly is a heat wave, and we need to know what measures the government has taken until now. First and foremost, what exactly is a heat wave? There are certain criteria which the Environment Ministry uses, the IMD uses to classify a situation as a heat wave situation. First thing, if it is a plain, remember this very well. If it is a plain region, if the temperature goes above 40, it is called as heat wave. If it is a coastal region, if the temperature goes above 37 degrees Celsius, it is called as heat wave. And if it is a hilly region, if the temperature crosses 30, it is called as heat wave. 40, 37, and 30. This is the basic categorization. Apart from that, another categorization is also there, which is based on temperature departure. What exactly is temperature departure? They will calculate the average temperature of a particular place and see how much the temperature has increased from the average. So, for example, if I live in a place and if the temperature, average temperature of that place is 35 degrees Celsius, if the temperature becomes 30, let's say the temperature becomes 42 degrees Celsius, in such case, it will be classified as severe heat wave condition. So, based on that, they will categorize. So, how do they do it? They have a range of 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is between 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius, then it is called as normal heat wave. Or if the temperature is more than 45 degrees Celsius in a particular place, in any place, let it be plain or hills or coastal region, in any place, if the temperature crosses 45 degrees Celsius, it is surely a heat wave situation. What is a severe heat wave? If the temperature crosses 47 degrees Celsius and if the temperature departure is also more than 6.4 degrees Celsius, in such case, we will consider it as severe heat wave. So it looks a little confusing, but you read it multiple times, you will be able to remember it. And trust me, it is a very important topic. What exactly is heat wave action plan? So if you're getting a question in mains, you need to write about it. How are we going to manage the heat wave? There are several norms. Climate action plan is there, multiple different norms are there, urbanization plan is there. Apart from this, heat wave action plan is the most important. Government at various level, national level, state level, and district level has told to make plans, and several states and several districts have made their own plans. What are all the things that will come under the heat wave action plan is something which you need to know. The recommendation to mitigate and address heat wave impact before the impact of heat wave and after the impact of heat wave. This is first thing. Different departments are there. Police department is there. Management, disaster management authority is there. For all these bodies, what are their roles and responsibilities? This is very well explained. Measures such as using forecasts and early warning system, that is also given. Directives are given to hospitals to tell them what kind of medicines they should be storing, what kind of instruments they should be having in order to manage heat wave affected patients. Apart from that, finally, long term measures. What are long term measures? Making changes in urbanization, building disaster resilient infrastructure, cool roofs, engaging in sustainable construction, etc., comes under the long term measures. So, for mains, this topic is very important. Try to study it and remember it. For prelims, there is a very good and important topic, that is trees outside of forest India. Why this is an important topic? Because it is done in collaboration with United States Agency for International Development. USAID is an agency which spend a lot of money outside United States of America to develop their partner countries or develop democratic countries. They have done serious amount of development in Western European countries. They have done good amount of development in Middle Eastern countries, and even to India they contribute. So this is why this topic is very important. Trees outside of forest. So USAID along with India's Environment Ministry is implementing this project. So trees out of forest India is to enhance the tree cover in 7 different states. That's all. 7 different states are selected and they will improve the tree cover in these states. How do they do that? By identifying opportunities and engaging right levers. That means engaging the right players. What are the 7 states? States are not just selected randomly, they are selected based on the governmental support, based on the requirements. Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Haryana, Odisha, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, and Uttar Pradesh. Certain states it's very easy to remember. For example, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Haryana. So these 3 states are very easy to remember because groundwater level is very less in these 3 states. Forest cover is also very less. Apart from that, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Odisha, and Uttar Pradesh. Try to remember it somehow. So these are all the topics which were in today's newspaper, which are extremely important for your examination. So study this, try to revise it, and then read the newspaper also very well. Let's meet tomorrow. All the best.